Now, gold did what we expected this week, except for one little detail. The weekly has now confirmed up, so gold in a bit of a tricky situation at the moment, but let's have a look. But before we move on to that weekly, this is the yearly showing our long-term ABC XOP resistance up at 1500, as well as this good yearly thrust indicating the bull market in gold, and quarterly the same good thrust indicating the bull market, and that COP resistance 1257.50, the big resistance that the market is currently at. Monthly support as well as the MACD predictor, we can see the monthly also in the uptrend, and we see a couple of confluence areas on the monthly that we are aware of. Now here's the weekly. This is the monthly one, the monthly resistance, and we've been discussing whether this was a wash and rinse of this previous high or not. And I said a wash and rinse could easily pull back towards the high and still remain in play as long as this high isn't taken out. Well, it hasn't been taken out, so it could be that this is still a wash and rinse, and we can see 1257.50 seems to be giving resistance again to this market. Weekly, although, has turned up. Now this is a tricky situation. So we had this stop grabber last week, and I said we could move higher because of the daily stop grabber into resistance, then move lower again. However, now we have moved lower, but we managed to close this weekly in a buy. So we are going to have to wait and see if this weekly buy signal is going to have a good effect on the market, and if we can get follow through. If we do get follow through, we're going to take out these highs and move into the next resistance on the monthly. If we just move sideways or even move quickly down again next week, the weekly can go into a sell once again. That'll be a weak sign and indicate much more lower prices in the gold market. So maybe gold is a wait and see market, sit on the sidelines, maybe trade it a bit on the intraday until we can see if this this weekly is going to generate some good follow through or not. Here's our weekly, just showing the resistance, that A, B, C, COP. That's probably going to be the next resistance if we can take out these highs. And then our weekly, overbought, oversold, neutral territory. Here's the daily showing resistance. There's a stop grabber we discussed last week. We can see it moved nicely into resistance, and then we got our sell signal. So it's going to be interesting, as I said, weekly up, daily down. If the support is going to hold and the weekly buy signal is going to cause dynamic pressure on this daily sell. If you do get dynamic pressure, just sideways and up movement, that's going to be your early sign that the weekly trend is most probably going to take this market higher. However, if we get good follow through on this sell, we could turn that weekly buy around into a sell once again next week, or this coming week rather. So as I said, gold may be a bit of a wait and see at the moment. Trade it on your intraday trends, and then watch out for dynamic pressure on this daily. That's going to be your first indication whether or not the weekly is going to take this market higher. The last chart, just our daily showing support, no real confluence area, so a bit difficult to determine where the good buying opportunity or the line in the sand is at the moment. You can use your 60-minute to look for agreement to help you with this. But as I said, if we can get good follow through on this daily sell, that's probably going to take the weekly into a sell once again. If not, then we see some sideways movement or even higher movement. That's going to be a sign that the weekly trend is most probably going to take the market higher and take out those old stops and the high, cancelling out our monthly wash and rinse.